This is Mikey from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hey, you guys, this is Donatello of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and like you, I am listening to the Eric Nagel Show because I am smart.
Segment 2 of the show, Eric and Jordan here with you, talking about television, movies, streaming updates, all the news that is fit to print. We will bring it to you whether you want it or not.
You have no choice.
And as we start segment 2, we always talk about things that we're watching, playing, listening to, enjoying. Jordan, what are you doing?
Well, first off, as we were talking between segments, this is why you should be here. Last night, you and I were talking. I actually was building this Gizmo Lego set while watching Gremlins 2, the new batch, and I forgot how batshit crazy that sequel is. Like, it is wild. Like, 99% of that movie is just gremlins running around in a giant building.
A lot of
then you see Gizmo.
Cocaine riding.
So much cocaine riding. But it was fantastic. I forgot how fun it is. I always forget that Gremlins is geared as a child version of like a horror movie. It's rough. Like, these things are biting people. There's gross, disgusting splatterings everywhere. It was great. Christopher Lee's in it. A lot of actors. Hulk was in it in the movie scene where they fucked up the projection. So very fun to watch that, which was a complete stark difference from watching episode 6 of Peacemaker, which again, I just am not as into this season as I want to be.
Yeah, I didn't know there's episode 7. I thought it was 6 episodes.
No, 8 episodes. So we get 2 more episodes. Episode 7 is out today.
To be honest,
we're doing this. Don't care.
Maybe that this what?
It's like almost like I don't care.
To be honest, the fact that there's 2 more episodes might actually help turn it around. No, because I thought that was the way it was ending. Because it seemed like that. I thought it was only 6 episodes.
Yeah,
and I was like, well, that's a cliffhanger.
Sure.
Because this series is supposed to lead into the second Superman movie, according to James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, that's a whole thing to do. So I guess we're not even done yet. There's more stuff to be revealed. I hope it's another 40 minutes of nothing happening and then 1 minute of action before the credits.
They tend to do that a lot in these episodes. Like, it's a lot of just like, okay, let's hang out, let's talk. We get to watch Vigilante talk to himself, which was kind of funny. He's like, all right, this character's kind of fun. But then it's just like, what else? What else are you going to do? And then you're right. The last like 2 minutes is, holy shit, something crazy is going to happen. And then roll credits. You got to wait till next week. So I want to like it. It's middle ground for me. It's not great, but it is what it is. And then I caught up. This show has been off the air for like 10 years. I watched The Newsroom. There's 3 seasons of The Newsroom with that's on HBO Max. I enjoyed it. Like, it's one of those shows that I watched like the first couple episodes of it and then never watched it again. But I keep saying the first 2 episodes were fantastic, but I never watched it all.
Right.
So then I just binged like 25 episodes in like a week and a half. So did that. Not listening to anything new yet. New music just came out. For the show, even though I'm definitely not a fan, I will check out the new Taylor Swift album, which should be out now. I think this week. Either that or the 6th.
Friday, October 3rd.
Yep. So
here's what I don't understand with that. Mm-hmm. Her big thing is, I guess, her lucky number has always been 13.
Right.
Everything's 13, which is supposed to be the unlucky number. But for Taylor Swift and the Swifties, 13 is the ideal thing. Right. Why didn't you wait a week to release her 13th album out on Friday the 13th?
Who knows?
You're doing it on October 3rd. You would think the whole lore, the story that she's built around herself, the 13th album is coming out on the 13th of the...
I know.
She's going to be, I mean, if you're watching this now, it's new to you, but if you're listening anywhere else, you can go back and get the on-demand. She's going to be on Elvis Duran tomorrow morning talking about this. So,
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, real quick, Bagsley saying Jeff Daniels is so good in news. Yes, honestly, the writing in that show is fantastic. It kind of makes me want to watch The West Wing over again. Like, it's just that Aaron Sorkin magic that I think TV lacks nowadays. So Anyway, so no new music. I know Coheed's releasing a few songs today as well as we do this. We got Taylor Swift, so I'll have some more music stuff for next week. I have been playing the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta that came out this morning. So I had a few breaks with work today, and I played a few rounds with that.
I saw your Xbox alert thing go on this morning.
Well, that's
like, someone's not at work.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I had my lunch break, so I played on my lunch break, but I've got 2 kids on 2 weeks of fall break.
Oh, that is true.
Unfortunately, I'm a terrible parent, and I let my 9-year-old play. So he was literally just ripping people apart with Call of Duty. He's really good at it. So, so Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta is out. Been playing that. And then this past weekend, my 9-year-old talked me into getting back into Fortnite for a little bit, and we played the Daft Punk Fortnite live event.
I watched it.
It was fun as shit.
I didn't know about this. It showed up on my YouTube thing, said live right now. So I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there it was, and it's Daft Punk. But Fortnite's done this before. I think the last one I ever saw was, I think it was Weezer.
They did Eminem. They did Ariana Grande. They've done a lot of these collabs.
I haven't seen. No, sorry. The last ones I saw was Weezer, and that was a long time ago. And the other one was Marshmello, DJ Marshmello, or whatever his name is. I saw that thing too. This was the third one that I've seen, and it was on.
Check out the Eminem one; it's really cool.
I'm sure it is. I will. But the Daft Punk thing was kind of cool. Yeah,
it was really fun, and it was just like this trippy, colorful, just awesome thing. It's not made. This was not made for ADHD kids. My kid was bored as shit because you're being force fed into what you get to do, and then you get into this open area where you can kind of pick your experience, and you can go into like a dance floor, and you can see Daft Punk just sitting there kind of watching this, and you kind of listen to the music. There's like this other area where you can remix their songs, so you can switch between like 4 different songs to kind of blend together and create new music, which I had a great time with. And then there was like this little game that you can play, and you're fighting bad guys, like robot bad guys, but like using music guns. So like you can switch your gun to change what part of the song is coming through. So it's like
Lisa Simpson when she was all drugged out at the
right.
I can see the music.
Exactly. And it was just, it was a fun experience, and it was really, really cool. Well done. I had a good time with it. I think it was neat. I like when they do these kind of collabs. I wish when I was playing it that when you finished it, it was their way of saying, oh, by the way, we're coming back. You know what I mean? Like, use this as this way of announcing their return. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not so much, but it was still a great time. I had a lousy smartwatch, but I had a good time doing that. It was fun. It was just a lot of good music. You tend to forget how much you really enjoyed Daft Punk's music.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching that.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I'm happy to watch it rather than having to play it. So
again, though, like, you didn't really have to do much. Like, you just
no, I know, but I'm not. That wasn't enough to get me into Fortnite.
Sure, yeah, no.
We have Fortnite stuff coming up in just a tiny bit here. I finished Punisher Peacemaker season 2 episode 6 like you. I watched the Fortnite thing because you and I haven't talked about the Fortnite thing, so I'm amazed we both were on top of that. And I gotta finish the Lilith Fair documentary. I'm halfway through it and I forgot to watch the rest of it, so I got to go back and do all of that. What else did I do this week? Was I watching anything? No, I was playing games and working and stuff. So yeah. I didn't watch a whole lot of I gotta watch Alice in Borderlands season 3. Just remembered that now. All right, so moving on to what is out now in theaters. How do you say that?
Anemone.
That what Jordan said. What is that movie?
It's the movie that brought Daniel Day-Lewis out of retirement. His son Ronan Day-Lewis directed his first movie, and this is what it is. And it explores a complex and profound ties that exist between brothers, fathers, and sons. It looks like a nice drama. Daniel Day-Lewis is going to be Daniel Day-Lewis. It's going to be great.
Okay.
I mean, it looks interesting. So
I'll check that out. The Smashing Machine, which I'll watch when it comes on to video on demand, which is The Rock portraying that UFC fighter. I'm forgetting the guy's name, but it's like the darling of the film festival circuit. We'll see how it does in the box office, and then
early reviews are not giving it like as high a praise as these early things was. Yeah, like I saw like someone gave it like a B. They're saying like it's good, it's not great. And so like I don't know, like that all those early talks made it seem like this was like the
standing ovation at the camp.
Right, the Oscar darling of the year, and I don't know if it's going to be that at all. So we'll see.
It kind of I think they're riding on the coattails of what was that movie I watched?
The Wrestler?
No.
That's what it seems like to me. It feels like.
No, it was Queen of the Ring.
Oh yeah.
First female wrestler that became the first big name in professional wrestling.
Emily Bet Ricards.
Yes, and then various other wrestlers within there, like Tony Storm from AEW, formerly WWE, and a lot of other people. I think that kind of genre nostalgia of these biopic movies for sports stuff and what have you is making the runs again.
Yeah,
because I mean it's a nice alternative to remakes and sequels to everything. So
it's true. Yeah, it's about Mark Kerr. And then Bagsley brings up another one too. I forgot about the Iron Claw. Right.
What was that? Which Jim Carrey? Liar.
We just me and the kids just watched that last weekend. It's funny.
Yeah. The Taylor Swift, the official release party of a Showgirl.
Yeah, they're putting like a release party for the music out in theaters. Like they're capitalizing on that shit.
I mean, good for them. They got the audience that'll make millions off of it, but for the rest of us who don't, it's like, all right, I'll check the album out when it comes out. And Bone Lake, what is that?
It's a horror movie. The synopsis is: a couple's romantic vacation at a secluded lakeside estate is upended when they are forced to share a mansion with a mysterious and attractive couple. In this darkly hilarious and seductive horror story, a dream getaway spirals into a nightmarish maze of sex, lies, and manipulation.
I'm guessing there's bones in the lake,
or
where the bodies are. Get it?
I get it.
All right, over on Netflix, Alice in Borderland season 3. Like I had mentioned a little bit ago, House of Guinness looks like an interesting property.
I want to watch it. It's got that kid that played Joffrey Baratheon, the little asshole that we all hate.
Right.
He's in it.
So it's about the history of the Guinness family and how their rise to fame and fortune. Halo, which is already on Paramount Plus, was just out. How long ago?
About a year. Season 2 ended about a year ago, give or take.
So it's on Paramount Plus and now it's going to Netflix.
Yeah, I think they signed like a distribution deal, so they're putting it out there. It's probably going to get a lot of people's eyes on it because, come on, who's really subscribed to Paramount Plus? I personally didn't fully enjoy it. I thought they made some really weird choices. Okay. When it was good, it was good, but unfortunately, those episodes were few and far between.
When she was bad, she was horrid.
Exactly.
All right, so that's also on Netflix, and then Monster: The Ed Gein Story, which I thought there was already an Ed Gein story or multiple Ed Gein stories. So that's what's available on Netflix. Over on HBO Max, Peacemaker episode 7, which I was surprised that there was more. It's an 8-episode season. Warfare, Bring Her Back, and the Friday the 13th Murders. What is that? That has nothing to do with the movie franchise, right?
No, it's an in-depth account and expert insight. Investigators revisit tragedies connected to Friday the 13th, revealing the disturbing truth behind the world's most feared date. So it's kind of like, stuff that's happened around that date and why it's become such a problem, like anything like that. So, yeah, it's interesting. Bagsley brings up another one. Yeah, The Substance. That's a good one.
Is that the Demi Moore movie?
Yes, it's very good, but yeah, it's a very much like a body horror, weird shit happening movie.
Is it like that Malignant movie?
Yes, kind of.
Okay.
I don't want to describe too much of that one because actually that's a very good movie.
I will. It's like that Malignant movie. There you go. Over on Apple TV. I don't know if it's Apple TV Plus or is it Apple TV?
I think it's Apple TV Plus.
Everything's a plus. The Reluctant Traveler season 3. I've heard fun things about it. I have not watched it.
Never heard of this show. I saw that this was on. I was like, yay. And then it's like season 3. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm going to binge 3 seasons of Eugene.
It's a Eugene Levy travel show.
Exactly.
So I need to, this might be the thing to bring, fuck the studio. This might be the thing that brings me back to Apple Plus.
Because notoriously, like some of my favorite shows are, I watched this guy Behaving Beardly, where or something like no, this is the different guy. Beard Me Eats Food. So there's this guy on YouTube. He goes around. He's English, got a long ass beard. All he does is food challenges, eats food. It's great. I watch Somebody Feed Phil, and I love travel videos. And when you put Eugene Levy in a travel video, it's gonna be fantastic. So I'm gonna watch 3 seasons.
Giddles is in the chat here. Giddles says Bring Her Back is his favorite.
It's really good.
Horror this year. Giddles, were you in the interview with me when we had Phil Rosenthal on the show on Satellite?
I mean, he did work for the show for
but the thing was, sometimes the interviews, because they were there throughout the day, Matt and Giddles weren't there during the day. I was, so I did a lot of the interviews by myself. But there were certain interviews, if I gave Giddles enough heads up, that like he came for all the Walking Dead people and and various other people, he would make time to come over and do those with me. But he wasn't there for everything, because I know when we had Phil Rosenthal on, it was a roll-in booking. So I didn't know if he had come in or not. But this too. Giddles worked on Somebody Feed Phil as an editor for a while.
Season 4 or something like that.
Yeah, I just didn't remember if he was there while we.
My kids got a big kick out of that, because like when the credits would go up and I was like, watch that. Right, Brian, that's Giddles. They're like, what? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I know a guy who knows a guy.
Anywho. Where are we at there? Amazon Prime, Play Dirty. I keep forgetting that the new season of Gen V is on there. I have to go watch that. Over on Paramount Plus, The Naked Gun, the new one that came out. It's actually good.
It's so funny. Please watch it.
I do encourage people to go watch that. And then, of course, videos on demand, wherever you buy your videos and movies and what have you. The new Toxic Avengers on there, Caught Stealing, and Spinal Tap 2, which everyone has told me is complete dog shit.
Giddles didn't like it.
No. But Giddles, to be fair, Giddles doesn't like a lot of mainstream movies anyway, so that doesn't matter. But the people that did love Spinal Tap and what have you, they were all telling me like there was no point to this. It's
which is weird because like Giddles didn't like it. I've heard nothing but bad things, but our pal Brian Lynch watches all these things and he posts his reviews of movies that he watches on like his Instagram of his like whatever. Yeah. And he actually liked it. And he's like, yeah, just let these guys just have a time in front of a camera and let it roll. I'm like, all right, Brian. I don't know.
Brian works in the industry, so he can't really poo things. So I mean, I get it. By the way, there's when Phil was on the show.
He seems like he's always one of those genuinely nice guys. He's always so fun.
He's what you call a sweetheart of a man. He falls into that Henry Winkler category.
I love Henry Winkler.
Of just being like the guy is never not charming and personable, and I don't know anybody who wouldn't like this guy.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what's currently out. Next week, what to look forward to on Amazon. This one I'm really excited about on Amazon Prime. The John Candy documentary, I Like Me, is finally being available. It would be nice because right now, or for a while, Ryan Reynolds has been touring it Kevin Smith style to theaters, having Q&A and meet and greet events and stuff where they'd watch it in the theater. He'd be there to talk about it. John Candy's son is involved with this, and so it would be Ryan and John Candy's son, and they'd have special guests. I think like last week it was in Connecticut. They had David Letterman on there with them talking about his time with John Candy because he worked with him and loved him and what have you. I'm hoping Ryan puts that stuff out sometime too, because I want to see the documentary, but the Q&A stuff, I would love to see if he put that out on YouTube or even made a special out of it for wherever. I would enjoy seeing all of that. A lot of stuff on October 10th for next week. In theaters, I remember writing this down, but I can't remember what it was. Roofman.
So Channing Tatum, this is based off a true story. Yes. Where Channing Tatum plays a guy, I think he escapes prison and ends up living.
He's a former Army Reserve soldier.
Mm-hmm. So he somehow cons his way into living inside of a Toys R Us. But when he's out and about, he robs like 10, 12 different McDonald's in the area and then just lives in the Toys R Us. Obviously, they've made this into kind of like a romantic comedy where eventually he falls in love with, whatever one of the workers at the Toys R Us. But it looks funny. Like, it looks really interesting.
Yeah, I want to see that. That's a movie I'm like, maybe I will go to the theater to see that. Because the other movie coming out that day is Disney's Tron Ares, which I we'll
I will be
watch when
seeing
it's
it.
available somewhere, but I'm not going to the movie theater.
I'm seeing it on the 8th. So I'm going to see it 2 days before. So it's day before we do our show. So I will try to do a spoiler-free review for everybody and let you know if it's worth your time.
He dies at the end.
He finally gets that lawsuit for touching and anyway. So there. That's what's coming out.
They send Ares out into the real world, outside of the game world, to hunt down what's his real name?
Kevin Flynn?
No, the guy playing
Jared Leto?
Jared Leto. To hunt down real life Jared Leto and destroy him.
Oh, that would be great.
That would be fantastic. Okay, here's Jordan with the news.
They just announced the halftime show. A lot of people were hoping it would be Metallica because they're from the Bay Area.
A lot of people thought it was going to be Taylor Swift.
Which in turn, she said, hey, I'll do it as long as I own the footage and I can use it however they want. And the NFL said, go fuck yourself. So she said, go fuck yourself. So guess what? We get Spanish-born Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican.
Bad
He's
Bunny.
an American.
He's an American from Puerto Rico. And yes, he was chosen to be the Super Bowl halftime show.
You didn't say the name.
Oh, excuse me. Spanish rapper Bad Bunny has been chosen to perform Super Bowl halftime show. Super Bowl LX
going and never mention the guy's name.
I said Bad Bunny, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
I thought I said Bad Bunny. Anyway, Bad Bunny's going to be there. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people don't care. I am in the I don't care count. I'm tired of them just picking random people to do these shows. The only thing I have against this is that he had come out and said that he's not going to do any mainland United States shows anymore because of ICE raids, and he's afraid of his Spanish fan base and stuff like that. And I get that. However,
he can't get deported, but
no, he cannot.
Understand what he's saying.
I understand that, yes. And you know what? If you're going to take a stand and that's what you want to do, go right ahead. I have no problem with that. But then to turn around and say, I will accept the biggest sporting event of the year and perform, kind of feels like you just went back on what you're going to say. So I have no care. I don't care about his music. I don't listen to his music.
Did you care last year when Kendrick Lamar was the halftime show?
Not really. I didn't think it was that great of a show. Like, I thought it was
Usher the year before that.
No, Usher was bad.
Rihanna?
It was weird. She's all pregnant.
I'll tell you, the last time I actually cared
was 50 Cent hanging upside down like a bat with Eminem and
that
Snoop.
was back in 22.
That was the LA show.
California showcase with Dre and Snoop, Eminem, Kendrick. 50 Cent upside down
50
there.
50 Cent was hanging out. I think
Mary J.
Blige was there.
Was it Mary J. Blige?
I believe it was Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a great show. But all other ones, I can't care. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas was terrible. Katy Perry was only good because she came out on Voltron. And
I hated I still hate The Weeknd. I never liked that guy. I don't like it.
Oh, that was a weird show. He's running around in a maze with a weird mask.
You're making bad 80s Michael Jackson music. I get it, but you're not good at it. I hate him.
Yeah.
Shakira did one, remember? Shakira didn't do. She split it with somebody.
Was it the Lady Gaga one?
No,
I don't remember. But that's the thing. Like, I don't remember any of the acts lately because I don't care.
Hold on.
I would have thought Metallica. Oh, really? Ugh.
It was a co-headline.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They thought Jennifer Lopez.
And that was
good
right
enough,
before the pandemic too. They were the last sporting event before the or major sporting event before the pandemic.
Yeah, none of the halftime shows lately I've cared about. I would have been into, and not just because I like Metallica, but I thought it's in the Bay Area. That's where they're from. Mm-hmm. They're always doing stuff for the San Francisco Giants baseball team. They're always collabing with them. It would just make sense to do that since they brought in all the rap stuff for the LA show, West Coast. I get that. Do Metallica, and instead they pick Bad Bunny. And it's like, okay, do what you want. I'm not going to watch. I'll pay attention, but I'm not going to care. I don't
have a problem with this. I'm also not of the mindset. Like, it was one thing when people just look from a human being point of view, when people were cheering in the streets and online about Charlie Kirk getting killed.
It's stupid.
That's kind of shitty and terrible, whatever. If you don't like an administration or a government's policies and you're protesting that, I don't care. That's fine. You don't have to like the people I like. I don't have to like the people you like. You don't have to like anything. That's what's great about this country, right? So if people don't like him because he's not a fan of Trump, he's anti-ICE, whatever, who gives a shit? It's not like you have to be in line with my politics or religious belief or whatever, morality, all that shit in order for me to even watch or entertain your art, your entertainment, any of that stuff. I don't care. The thing that was driving me nuts was like, none of his songs are in English. They're all Spanish. Okay, well, not a majority, but a big chunk of the audience is Spanish. So who cares, right? And I get it. It's an English broadcast in America. It should have some English. Okay, maybe he'll surprise you. Maybe he'll do a couple songs in it. Who knows? It's up to him. But the fact that he's not doing it because that's what he's a Spanish artist, right? It could also be that they're trying to get more Spanish people involved watching the NFL. Like they'll come for Bad Bunny, stay for the football, hopefully. Bring in a potential new things. They're trying to be a global entity. They're doing, they just did Brazil. Well, they're I think in Ireland, London, Germany. They're trying to get the rest of the world to care about American football instead of it being so isolated. They're branching out. They're trying to make it a big thing. They're kind of like 20 years ago where WWE was, right? Trying to branch out more. So it's not for you. It's not for me. Again, we didn't care about I cared about the LA West Coast music showcase they did. I was into that. But all the other people they had in there, I didn't hate it, but I didn't care for it. So it's fine. You don't have to watch the halftime show if you don't want to. Sure. To get upset is like, he's not singing any songs in English. Who cares? Okay, who cares? Like, how does that? You gonna watch it? Do you like him? Do you know his music? No. Then who gives a shit? I've never seen a group of people on either side of the aisle get so upset at the NFL for doing anything. You know what? You can't pick the halftime guy. You can't kneel for anything. You got to support everything. You know why we have flyovers in the American flag is because we wanted to gun them down. No, it was 9:11. 9/11 brought all of a sudden we had to recruit and we had to do that. So they got in with the NFL. Before that, no one was broadcasting the flyovers and shit. If you do care, they want you to try to say it's like, hey, maybe you'll like football. Maybe you'll get into football. Are you watching the game for the football? No. Then what do you care what are you watching for the halftime show? No. Then what do you care? The commercials. Who cares? You don't have to be upset about everything. No. I'm not saying there's things that you can't be upset about. Lord knows we perfected outrage for meaningless or next to zero level things that are important to us, but nobody else. And that's why I'm out there screaming. I get it. But what's the alternative doing that? Doing what a lot of other shows do? Main news stream topics to be outraged and pissed over, senseless killings, disaster stuff. That's not a way we can goof on it. Politics seems to be the only thing that you're allowed to talk about right now. It's like, well, what are your politics? I'm talking about The Simpsons. What are you talking about? Well, where do you stand with it? I don't give a shit what your governor's doing. That's not involved. I voted for Kodos. Yes. There's my political stance. Wait a minute. Fuck yourselves. Wait, it's where is it? You have a two-party system.
Vote for whoever you want to. To me, these are both losers.
There it is. So who cares? Yeah, I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. It's not for me. You're right. I don't care. I'm barely watching it for the commercials anymore because they're all on YouTube before they air. I know. We'll know about them 2 days before they even go on. I know. It's like spoilers. Hey, guess what? We have the complete rundown of the commercials before it airs in the Super Bowl. Tee-hee. We've got the exclusive. So here's all the trailers you care about. Yeah, who cares about all that stuff? But and look, I'll say this too. I'm not overly familiar with his music. I know of him, but I also learned a little bit more about him. He did some appearances for WWE. I saw that. The audience just went crazy for him, right? Oh, he's huge. Like, he's a good art. Like, for what he does, he's good. Right. I saw him at SNL was fine. He was fine in Happy Gilmore too. In fact, I think some of the best parts of that movie he was a part of, always trying to give breadsticks to people. If they remake hilarious. He could be that. Like, he could be the Sacha Baron Cohen characters. The reason why I brought WWE up is, like, he was great in there. When they did their first pay-per-view in PLE in Puerto Rico, he came out with like the Latino World Order faction or something like that. The place you couldn't get, like the announcers couldn't get a worded edge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It was so loud, and the cheering went way past the point of where, all right, it's supposed to die down so they can move on with the match or whatever. People were going ape shit for that guy. And that's exactly why you want somebody like that in your organization, a part of that stuff, because he's catering to an audience that you maybe don't cater to, and you're bringing them in. And hopefully that translates into those people coming over and joining, not your side, but, subscribing, watching, becoming a fan, what have you. I don't care. Let the guy play. I don't have to watch it if I don't care about it. I'm not sitting there and being forced to watch this thing.
Yeah. No, it hurts me none.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, moving on. We got some.
Agree with him or not? Good for him. He got a great opportunity.
Yeah, I don't even care.
Oh, by the way, who's? Oh, Apple. Apple Music took over when MTV wasn't scheduling the Super Bowl shows anymore. Then Apple Music took over, and they've been doing it ever since. So it's Apple who's the one who booked this, not the NFL. Go ahead.
Who cares? All right. So video gaming news. We were talking about Fortnite earlier and Peacemaker. Well, they did a collaboration a little while back, right when the season started, and they had a dance emote for Peacemaker's character called Peaceful Hips. Well, because they didn't really tell anybody the story. In fact, James Gunn has notoriously said the last 3 episodes, which was the last one this week, and then next week's episode, changes the storyline almost altogether. It becomes a whole nother show. But they had a dance sequence called Peaceful Hips. Well, it seems that the sequence...
His hips don't lie.
They don't.
Or is that a different song? I don't remember.
No. Well, apparently, and if you're going to watch Peacemaker, earmuffs, because I'm about to spoil kind of what this last couple episodes were. There is a Nazi twist, and apparently the information was not shared with Epic Games, so Fortnite removed the emote because part of that made it look like he was doing a swastika. I don't know how they didn't notice that. It was pretty apparent from when you first saw it, but...
To be honest, I'll play dumb here. I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Like 2 episodes in, you kind of had...
And here's why I did it. Because the opening sequence from the previous season was just some weird avant-garde style dance shit to put to some weird kind of 80s sounding arena rock. I didn't think anything of it. When all the stupid moves, I'm like, well, that's just what they do for the opening sequence. I didn't get the whole thing thinking about it being Nazi related. So I'm saying I fell for it. I had no idea, but I've heard since like episode 3, people online saying it's like, notice there are no colored people or Asian people or anything in the background there. And I'm like, somehow it got leaked, because that was for 3 weeks leading up to that episode. Everyone's been saying, well, that's the big speculation that he's in a world that's
it's when he started spending more time in that world.
Or what, I forgot the term that they were using for before. Nazi was never said. It just like there was speculation like people of color, there's no diversity in that world. There was speculation is like, could they not survive in there? Was it a disease thing? Were they all wiped out? What was going on? Now we're finding out a little bit that from episode 6 was, like you said, the Nazi thing. But I think the line was one got out when Peacemaker's friend was just walking around the neighborhood. He slammed on the trunk. I think it was his brother, right?
His brother slammed. Well, the one lady drove by and was like, what? And she stopped and was telling somebody. And then the brother, sped by her, saw her, and then slammed on his brakes. And everyone was just like, what the fuck? Like, get her. And like,
the thing was, is like one got out. So that's revealed that they exist. They're just locked up somewhere, or maybe it's like, I mean, what are all the horrific things you could think that it would be? Like, do they have plantations in this time? Are they all in jail? Are they all, like, you don't know what kind of horrors are in that universe now because of all of this stuff.
Well, they're saying that this emote for Fortnite is showing off that dance move, that it may be a swastika related. So they took it out of the shop. They
have it if you want to see it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. So this is it in the game here. Oh, I'm going to mute the thing. All right. So there's the hip thrusting right there. Right. Because it's all, see, that flapping of the arms is supposed to be. It's supposed to be what they're saying is the Nazi symbol thing. Like, like that kind of thing is supposed to be.
I mean, you can see it.
Right.
Whatever.
So finish what you're saying, because I have a thought on that. Go ahead.
So they disabled it. They're going to they talked to James Gunn, and James Gunn said, the this was unknown that this was going to happen. They did something with Epic. So what's going to happen is that they're going to reconfigure this, and they're going to offer people refunds if they don't like the new one, the new dance that they're offering that you've paid for. So
it'd be great if he did the Cabbage Patch, where you pull the leg and you just kind of doing that thing the whole time, or the one where you put your leg over your knee and you jump rope over it.
Oh my God. I actually thinking that if they're going to say, okay, if you don't like it now, you can get a refund. And then everybody that gets a refund is put on a list to say, well, this is clearly a white supremacist because they only liked it because of the Nazi imagery. They're going to track everybody that way.
I get it. Or just people are taking advantage of, again, crisis control deals that I call it, and getting their money back. Because if they reinstate it, I want it back and I don't want to have to pay for it because I canceled under false pretenses or whatever.
Right.
Is that it for the Peacemaker thing here?
That's it for the Peacemaker stuff.
Okay,
so yeah, they're gonna put it back, but it won't be the same.
These next 2 episodes and everything are supposed to lead into James Gunn's next Superman movie, Man of Tomorrow. Tomorrow, right. So here's my thing. If James Gunn is saying that it was not intentional to be that way, and everyone's saying this is foreshadowing now because now since the reveal, they go back and they go, it looks like that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the bigger issue at play. Because you can do stuff to tease. If you're doing it with your own property within your own company, that's one thing. This is a separate company that makes a game for, it's family friendly, but a lot of children play this game. And I'm not talking like little children, but I'm talking 8 and up at least, right? Yeah. If it turns out that this is actually what it is, it could, whatever. But the intent is what's important here. If this was intending to foreshadow what was to come in this season, they give the permission to Fortnite to put this in the game. The reveal happens. Epic, not DC, Epic said, we're pulling this until we can sort this shit out. Can James Gunn and DC be held liable for withholding sensitive information that could fuck up that company? And also because Disney bought a major chunk.
Oh, yeah.
Like $1 billion something chunk of this company to be part of this game. That's the competition. That's Warner Brothers. If they purposely put that in there and misleading that, and then playing, we didn't know, and it turns out that it was exactly that.
It hurts their Disney stock, yeah.
One, did Warner Brothers know? Because maybe Warner Brothers didn't know because James Gunn just did shit without telling them. 2, if he did purposely mislead Epic, that opens them up to lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you gave us something on in our agreement in good faith to put in there that is Nazi propaganda, and then revealed it later on after we released this, and kids are using this. I mean, look, anybody using this is a problem, but the kids thing makes it way worse legally in this family-friendly environment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm curious to find out. Like, how the fuck do they talk about? Because if that happens and there's a lawsuit, James Gunn's gone. There's no company that's going to keep a guy, especially at that high a level, that you purposely duped one of our business partners to putting it on there because you thought it was funny, like it was one of his trauma jokes. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm interested in. I'm like, do they get fucked bad because they knew they put this and they're saying, no, we didn't know, but they knew damn well that it was foreshadowing, right, and let them do it anyway.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's still going on. Like I said, they're going to re-put this out, allow people to keep it or get refunds. It's up to them. I'm curious to see how many people are going to go for the refund option. And not because, haha, funny, you don't like it because it doesn't have all the...
And that's hard numbers too, because they'll know. And if that gets revealed, like we found out about the Disney cancellation, the Disney Plus cancellation for during Jimmy Kimmel was over 1 million something subscriptions canceled.
Well, I'll skip ahead for a second and I have the number.
Shit, sorry.
That's okay. It's all right. We can skip that, but I can give you the numbers based off of the Jimmy Kimmel stuff in that time frame. What was it? About a week and a half. Mm-hmm. Disney Plus lost 1.7 million total paid streaming cancellations over the course of a week, which included Hulu and ESPN Plus. So
How much?
week.
How much is Disney Plus subscription right now before they raise it? It's $20.
I would say on average, you can say $15 to $20.
All right, let's just say $20
bucks. Okay,
times
1.7 million.
Yeah. Okay, and that equals $34 million that they lost from that. That's a sizable chunk of money. That's a monthly amount. That's not overall.
Yeah.
That's $20 a month times 1.7 million. They lost $34 million a month potentially.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Mm-hmm.
That's, and times it by 12, you're in the bill, close to.
Well, and you got to think some of those people canceled because of them taking Jimmy Kimmel off. The other part of it, people canceled because they put him back on.
You
couldn't make anyone happy.
$408 million for an annual
for a year
for that they lost.
Wild, right?
That's an enormous amount of money. Now,
in a week.
If you got anywhere close to this, to the refunds for the Peacemaker emote thing that they had to buy, that means parents had to spend their real life money. This isn't like in-game credits.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucked. He's done. That whole thing gets scrapped, and they bring somebody else in there.
Yeah, so,
this is a bigger deal than they're not talking about that yet. But if it's found out that they knew damn well this was going to happen and let this carry through, James Gunn's dead. Not literally. Sorry, take that back. James Gunn is dead in the water with his career running DC.
Yeah. So we'll see. Sticking with Epic Games and Fortnite, I've talked about K-pop Demon Hunter in the past. It has become one of the biggest properties out there. This is a K-pop Demon Hunter t-shirt. Let's move that.
Oh, I thought it was that. What's that French poster with the cat?
Oh yeah, like the
black cat or something.
The noir cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it's huge. Like it is the #1 streaming movie at all. Like it's not even like just this month, this year. It's the biggest property Netflix owns. Like that's it. Well, K-pop Demon Hunter has crossed over and has come to Fortnite. The Huntrix, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe will face Wave of Demons in the limited time Demon Rush mode, a spin on the Fortnite Horde Rush mode. Demon Rush mode will begin today at October 2nd as we're doing this show and run through November 1st. K-pop Demon Hunter's outfits, accessories, and emotes will hit the Fortnite shop, and you'll be able to complete quests from the singers to earn new items as well, like Mira's X-Ray Spicy Ramyun. It's huge. It's a huge, huge, huge property. One of my favorite ramen brands just put out a K-pop Demon Hunter ramen that you can get like at Costco. But yeah, it's huge and it's going to be big and it will continue to stay relevant. I think it's just one of those properties. So yep, come to Fortnite. And then to lead into the next story, Fortnite is coming to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. It is already a free-to-play game, but what Game Pass Ultimate is going to do is give you their Battle Pass, their whatever, which is
all-inclusive now.
All-inclusive, $11.99 a month usually. It is now going to be rolled into the Ultimate Pass, which leads us into Xbox Game Pass is increasing their prices 50%. So right now, the Game Pass Ultimate, if you were to get the Ultimate, it was $19.99 a month. You get access to all the free, the games that they're doing. You also get some extra perks, access to, I believe, EA Play and a few other items. Well, now they're raising it to $30 a month for Ultimate. Standard is going to go up to $14.99 a month. Essential is staying, I think, at $10 a month. PC Game Pass is, I think, increasing a couple bucks to $16.50 a month. That's a huge ordeal because that's essentially making Game Pass Ultimate, if you stick with Game Pass Ultimate, $360 a year as a service where you don't own anything. Which to me, I get that because anyone pays for Netflix, you're not owning those movies, you're streaming them. Right. So it's no different than that. But that is on the heels of raising prices on their consoles a week prior, which is the second time they raised their prices on the consoles this year.
Right.
During a time where no one can afford anything and blaming tariffs. And it's just like, at what point do we stop doing these things? At what point do we stop wanting to subscribe to your services? buying your games, it's like they're trying to kill their console, because this is probably close to twice as much a year than what PlayStation is offering.
Then just consciously scaring people away with high prices is not the way to reshift. It's like, well, we want to go down this path. We don't want to get rid of this thing here. Let's just freak everybody out so it forces them over there. Why not be honest and just say, look, the future of the gaming right now is going to be the PC and Gamepass that way through cloud gaming, all of that stuff there. We're not really going to be focusing on the consoles as much anymore, because why not? I mean, Sega did it towards the end of the 90s or 2000s. They realized we're not in the console business anymore. We're just
start doing games,
and then license their games to Nintendo and some other platforms. But, they own studios, they own properties. So you've got everything in house. You're going to phase out the thing. Just say, hey, look, this is it. We're going to support this until this time period. We're moving everything over here. And because we're doing that, we're making these Game Pass adjustments. I think people wouldn't have been upset with this price increase if they didn't announce that the fucking Xbox is going up to $800 and that they bumped their game point up to $80 a game for first party franchises and things like that. This could have been handled so much better. And plus, Microsoft has had a bad reputation the last year or two with Activision, Blizzard, Bethesda, the firings that they've been doing. They've been cleaning out a lot of the studios. There's no goodwill with Microsoft and Xbox right now. None.
Yeah. They're trying to sell it as they're adding more day one games. So you're getting about 71 day one releases a year, which is okay, whatever.
Right.
Xbox Cloud Gaming stream quality upgrade. So you can, if you have the bandwidth and you can stream games, then you'll get better quality. In November, you're adding the Fortnite crew, which, like I said earlier, is like a $12 a month battle pass that they do for Fortnite. That's
that makes
now being
sense
included.
For you to keep it. You have, like you said, you have kids that play this. So
sure. And it gives about 1,000 V-Bucks, which usually equates to about $10 to $12 in cash.
Is that in-game spending?
That's their in-game. So you can buy Nazi propaganda and you can use your V-Bucks for it. So you could do that.
Hold on. You know what would be funny? If right now with Fortnite, they're like, well, we don't know if this is coming back. We're still investigating this. And then they say, we decide we're not coming back. Minecraft just announced that they're gladly bringing over that emote. Come over to Minecraft.
Yeah, but they have to rename it Minecraft.
No, it's now called Minecraft.
You're going to get Ubisoft Classics valued at $8 a month when you join Ultimate. You're getting a lot more Warner Brothers blockbuster games. I know they just added Hogwarts Legacy, which has already been out for like 2 years now, and everyone banned that for a while, which it's actually a really fun game. So, I mean, if you've got it, play it. It's really good. And then
I'm excited to try that because I never bought it.
It's really actually really fun.
If it's on Game Pass, I think I'll have a good time.
It is. As of today, they added, I think, 40 more games between like Ubisoft and Warner Brothers Gaming. So you get like all the Assassin's Creed games. You get some of the Ghost Recon games, which I think the last Ghost Recon game is on there. I haven't played that, so I want to play that. For me, I think with some of the extra perks, I'm not feeling like I'm losing out by upgrading. At some point, though, you got to understand what am I really paying for if I'm only playing the same 3-4 games all the time? Like if I'm only doing this to keep playing Sea of Thieves, then what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, so
we had that conversation and I said, I don't know if I got to really do some investigating to see if I want to justify another $30 subscription. And I'll talk about crisis deals in a moment because a new one happened and I put it up on my Twitter and we'll get to that. So I was like, another thing that's going up to $30 a month. So if you have Netflix, you have this, you have Disney bundle, whatever, that's already $90 of your money going to a month to subscription services outside of your bills and everything else. Maybe you have a Spotify account and other things that you have added on.
Well, and then that leads into things like, why is the movie industry failing? Well, you know what? You've made it too expensive to live at home to be entertained. So when they do all that, they can't go out to get anything. We've talked fast food prices are way too high. Grocery prices are way too high. Gas is way too high.
But you know what else?
Movies are way too much.
The movie companies, what they did with their streaming, HBO is notorious for this because of Warner Brothers. There's stuff you can't find on there. And it's not because, look, we have so many properties, you can't get everything on there. they came out and said, well, we didn't put on there because we don't want to have to pay actors and writers royalties from there. So it aired on HBO, but we're not making a digital agreement. So you can't get Westworld on HBO Max. You can't get there was a couple other things I'm spacing, but I remember Westworld being one of the big ones.
Westworld's like, I know a lot of those big ones. Yeah. Well, I mean, Disney did the same thing. Remember they did Willow. They did a TV show for Willow.
Yeah.
They took it away.
Not also because it sucked, probably.
It wasn't terrible, but it was like, you know what? Like they got rid of it.
Yeah.
So
they
now
don't want to put things on there. Oh, also with Warner Brothers HBO. That's why they took all of Cartoon Network down. They took all the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes libraries down.
Yep.
They don't want to have to pay the royalties on it. You own it, and they still didn't want to pay the royalties for it.
Yeah.
So, this going up to $30 is going to be a fucking problem. This might be another thing where you see mass cancellations.
Well, they already started that. They announced this yesterday as of October 1st, and people were canceling their Xbox Ultimate Pass so quickly. It did the same thing they did with Disney. They crashed the website.
Well, that's the theory. They didn't have confirmation on that yet, but look, it's not confirmed, but I don't think that's wrong. That probably is what it is. People rushing to do all of that stuff. Xbox, I don't know if I can do crisis control deals with that. I don't think you can. I have to take another couple days to think about the logistics of that, like I did with some other things, and I'll explain. I don't know if I can do a crisis control deal with the Xbox thing. What I can do. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and I don't know if. Go ahead and say your thing, because if it's not the same thing as I'm about to show, then we're good. If it's what you're going to talk about.
Are you talking? I'm not talking about GameStop, but were you going to talk about?
Okay,
GameStop?
So yes, so GameStop. John Troutman says GameStop is doing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for the older price, $20 or $59.99 for 3 months. All the codes should be good till December 31st, 2026.
Now,
that is true.
Hold on, with you saying that with that price, Amazon right now has the same price.
Correct. And I'm sure like those sites that we had shopped for the digital codes, like I think it's
they don't.
Amoeba. Okay.
That's what I was going to get into. But
the problem with those things for me is that you can't be a current subscriber because they've made it to where you can't stack them. So I can't buy like a bunch of like 1 month cards and just load them all up. Sometimes that doesn't work. So which means now I have to say, okay, don't auto charge me. And every month when I forget to renew, I have to put that code in. Some people's laziness will win out. Like for me, laziness is going to win out. I'm not going to buy a bunch of those cards knowing I'll save money because I don't want to have to like, oh, I'll be in the middle of something or I forget to do it. And then I got to go in, put the code in, do all that shit and start it back up again. And then in a month, we'll do it again. I'm lazy.
I'll tell you what I was going to tell you about this. Those sites that I went through, and I did this, I think in July.
Yeah.
Where I went through there and I said, I was deciding to go look through those things and I found it's comparative shopping. And some of those sites, the problem is that they have stuff available based on region, wherever you are, right?
Yeah.
But also it's like third-party vendors in there too. So you're not exactly buying from the website. They're facilitating the deal.
Right.
So that it's legal and you don't get scammed and whatever. They're the middle guy. It's like if you have a business or something, you have Stripe or one of those creditor services because you're not allowed to run credit cards yourself. Right. You have to have a company that does the processing for you. So it's legal. It's recorded. If there's issues, there's a third company that can facilitate that. So I went to these sites today and I was looking at some of them. Some of them are over $60, but they're under $70. Some of them said, well, this one's $57. I go, oh, cool. I go to do that. It's sold out because that vendor had whatever and it sold out at that price and it's gone. So I'm like, after the show, I'm going to look for a couple other things too, because I've been paying monthly, but I bought 2 3-month gift cards back in July for a really good price. I think it was like $41.
I was going to say, in the past, I used to stack them. I did it for PlayStation and Xbox. I think for 3 years, I never had a bill.
Right.
And then when I started going monthly, it shocked me. I was like, oh God, something's charging. What?
So,
I thought it was fraud.
Here's where you can stack. So they're the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate cards. I couldn't stack the 2 3-month cards.
Okay.
Right. What I did was I bought the codes. The codes don't expire.
Right.
So I set a calendar thing for the day before with the code in the calendar thing. So I don't, if I can't find the email, whatever, the code's right there.
Smart.
So it says, click this link in my notes. Click this
that's
link.
a shared calendar, right?
Shit.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, all right. Yeah, my mom steals
like I'm stacked up for a year.
Yeah. Yes, you look at it like, oh, it's the October 7th events, tragedies. Shit, someone stole my Xbox account card. Yeah, so it's in there. Here's the link. Put this card in, renew for tomorrow, right? So mine goes, I think, until November.
Okay.
From what we have in there, and I think you read it already, that, yeah, you did. If you're a new subscriber, you're getting that price now. But if you're an existing subscriber, they don't start it till the middle of November for you. So if you're renewing now at the beginning of the month and you are an automatic, you still have the older rate. After November 15th, I think that's what the notes were.
Either the 1st or the 15th. Yeah, something
4th,
like that.
November 4th. Sorry.
Okay.
So next month is when that starts for existing subscribers. My thing is next month. So I'll get a new card and I'll load it in. I'll buy some other cards. I just do the calendar thing. As long as those codes don't expire, I'll just put them in my calendar and do it that way. I think I may have found something for a year. That looks pretty cheap. So I'm gonna try
like I said, I mean, you can do that, and that's a smart way to do it. But like I said, laziness is going to win out. I'm the Ronco set it and forget it type, where it's like everything's just automatically charged, and I just okay, it's what it is. Yeah. So like if I can muster up the wherewithal to do that, I think I may do the same. And
if I find good deals, I mean, right now. The Amazon 3 months for $60, you're saving $30 by doing it that way. Go buy it now before it changes. If I find other stuff for 3 months, a year, I'll put a link or something up online for everybody to go, hey, go buy this now and stack up.
And honestly, lately, there hasn't been much like brand new games that I've said, oh, I have to buy that outright. Like there's one game that's out now called Ghost of Yote. It's the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima that I want to buy.
Ghost of Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, the Ghost of
Yosemite Sam.
Varmint. Yeah. So
Japanese guy, big red mustache, shooting double pistols in the air.
But that's the one that like I can't get on a path, so I'll buy that. A Battlefield I'll probably buy, but now I know I'm getting Call of Duty Black Ops for the Game Pass. So I'm already saving the $80 I would have spent on that game. Right. So like cost benefit to me, if you think about at that price, I'm getting the equivalent of 7 games. Well, that game system, that subscription service has like 400 games to choose from. My gaming ADD is well stocked. Like to me, I could still justify the money. I just think if it goes up any higher, I may have to.
I was debating. I still got to do some research. I'm debating if I'm going to keep the Ultimate Game Pass or if I'm going to maybe bump down to the PC only pass. Then they're like, well, you can't share game. Some games are for the console they're allowing you to play on PC because of the cloud streaming and what have you. And that's fine, but I got to weigh the options. I got to, I'm sure somebody on Reddit has already been doing the math and the layouts. I'll go there and look and see if they say, well, here's what you lose if you get the PC. Look, so what? I can't play Gears of War or the Forza Horizon games anymore. Okay, well, that's a sacrifice I'll make. Yeah, because I need to spend $30 a month for all this shit, and I'm lately all I've been playing is Sea of Thieves. The classic emulator, Sierra Classic emulator.
Which, to be honest with you, anyone that knows what they're doing can just emulate everything. Like that's just a lazy way of getting some old games.
Yeah, and just to see if I'm opening up my Game Pass right now just to take a quick look to see if any of this is still worth keeping for this thing. It's like improved streaming. I don't have a problem playing Sea of Thieves.
Well, it's not even that. It's the cloud gaming streaming. Like, so if you wanted to, like, if you had one of those smart TVs that could stream games, it would stream better than to the TV and stuff like that. That's what that smooth streaming is. It's not a better connection to Sea of Thieves. It's the cloud gaming stuff. For me, I'm just going to write it out for the rest of the year, see how it looks, see what's on the horizon, and then, make my decision after Christmas.
That's a funny joke. Chris Subdivisions in the chat there. Load, quote, it's Eric Nagel, end quote, comma 8, comma 1. If you know that coding, you, my friend, owned a Commodore 64. I'm looking at here at some of the games I had. I don't care if I don't play them anymore. Like Phasmophobia, it says available through here, but I play that through Steam. Sea of Thieves, I might buy Sea of Thieves.
You can get it on Steam for like $20
it's like $20 right now. on there. So I was like, maybe I'll just buy it there. Well, you lose the Xbox exclusives. Oh shit, I don't have a silver parrot that only was available for the Xbox version. Some of those cosmetics, I don't care. Tabletop Simulator I've been playing, but I do that on Steam. That has a ton of games on there. I was playing a game with some people called Redneck Life.
Interesting.
It's like the game of life. If you remember that board game.
I do love Life.
But you go around and you have to survive the game without losing all your teeth. They force you to, you have a shotgun wedding. They force
I love it.
Kids. You have to buy, the whole point of the game is that you're constantly over your head in debt. And I got 3/4 of the game through with no car, no kids, and very little debt. And then all of a sudden you start landing on shit that forces you to do stuff. And I'm like, now I'm like several $1,000s in debt.
Right.
From playing that game. So trying to see if there's anything else I have here for Gamepass that's really, I mean, the Assassin's Creed stuff, I guess. If I don't play that.
They threw all of them on there. I mean, if that's your thing, I just, again, I have ADD. Like I'll go from one game to the next game. To the
Indiana
next
Jones game, I still need to try and play.
That game is really fun.
Yeah. Oh, the South Park games are on here.
Yeah. Like I said, they added Ubisoft stuff. So that's all on there. So
yeah, Stick of Truth is there. The superhero one, the Fractured But Whole's up there. Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So I mean, they've added stuff. So I mean, it's just really personal. But everyone's knee-jerk reaction to cancel everything, I don't think they're really thinking about it. They just think the price, and they're like, "Oh, we're done." And then they all make the same hacky joke. They should call it the Xbox $360 now. It's like,
can I tell you a game? I don't know what this is, but I'm intrigued by the title.
What is it?
It's on the main page. It says under game deals.
Okay.
Hidden Objects with Edgar Allan Poe.
that seems right up your alley.
And it's Edgar Allan Poe, and he's dressed like Jack Tripper's friend Larry in Three's Company.
I love Larry.
Like a big lime green shirt, a gray vest, and then like a salmon colored sports coat over him. And there's just a raven behind him. That's the artwork for this thing. I'm like, I might need to go figure out what this game is now.
You could solve all the puzzles. You get a free beer at the Regal Beach.
Yeah, here it is. Unravel Poe's creative mystery in the fall of the House of Usher.
Nice.
Explore haunting rooms, find hidden objects, and solve puzzles in this gothic detective adventure, now fully optimized for Xbox. All right, I might have to play that.
All right. Well, see, there you go. You're back in.
Oh, wait, look, Chris the Edgar Allan Poe game has a collector's edition.
Nice.
Wow, look at me. I'm learning new stuff here.
We'll see, there you go.
So I'll find codes for everybody, and I'll let you know what I find. Go ahead.
Moving on. So Electronic Arts, maker of every game everyone's ever played, including Mass Effect,
I think,
things like that, has now gone from a public traded company to a private company in a $55 billion deal backed by Silver Lake, Jared Kushner's affinity partners, and everyone's favorite Middle Eastern friend, Saudi Arabia. So they're going to be bought out by that whole group.
It's a matter of time before they buy WWE.
It's just crazy. The total figure is higher than the previous reports of $50 billion, which was based on EA's current market value. The buyout is expected to close in June of 2026, which is the end of the first quarter for EA's 2027 fiscal year. Upon completion, EA will remain headquartered in Redwood City, California, and continue to be led by Andrew Wilson as the CEO. The new owners are banking big, and this is the problem that I have with this, other than the Saudis owning everything, is they're going to start banking on AI to help develop some of these games to significantly cut CEA's operating costs. An enhanced use of AI will be used in a way to boost EA's profits in the coming years. This will allow new owners to manage a large debt load on a company that has historically carried limited net debt. So what that means is most likely they're going to start using AI to help build digital assets, maybe do story stuff and things like that. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a problem. You're going to see a lot of layoffs. It's not going to go well for the gaming industry as a whole. And so that should be fun for everybody. And who knows if having the Saudi influence is going to change how some of the games get developed. I know EA, especially when it comes to like things like Mass Effect or even like Like,
we want
some of
effects. We want mass effects. We want effects.
But those kinds of stories dealt with a lot of alternate lifestyles, like LGBTQ issues and things like that. Who knows if that's going to change, if they're just in it for like, hey, keep doing what you're doing, we're just going to make money from you, or if they're going to have an influence as far as how they approach story. We will see. But yeah, that's huge.
Yeah,
$55 billion. Jared Kushner.
Here's what I'm not. I mean, everyone's not happy with this, right?
No.
I think I posted when that news came out. I go, remember the good old days when it was just China and Japan buying up everything in America?
Right.
And I put better times, right?
Better times.
But think about this. They buy it. Yeah, people aren't happy that they bought it. But what if they run it better than how Microsoft spent all this money to buy those other studios? They've had layoffs, a lot of in-house fighting, and pretty much like dick waving over what gets put on Game Pass, what doesn't, what have you. The Saudis buy EA. What if they revamp the whole fucking thing? And like,
stranger things have
EA
happened.
has, I think, FIFA Soccer, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, they have EAFC because they lost the right to FIFA. So it's EA Football Club.
Okay, so football club things. So, all right, whatever. But they have Madden. They have a lot of big sports titles and all that stuff. What if they redo all of this in a way when you go, holy shit, human rights violations up the ass over there? But have you seen Madden 27? It looks amazing.
Yeah, all the stadiums are near standstill.
Are we in that position again where we're like, horrible company, horrible place that owns it, but look what they're pumping out?
Look, I don't like that Chick-fil-A came out and was against LGBTQ rights and stuff like that, but they make a hell of a chicken sandwich, and I will not boycott them. I'll just spend money in some other ways to help that cause while eating delicious chicken in this way.
Think about this, where we are right now. That is so far removed from outrage from anybody. No one gives a shit that they're closed on Sundays, and they don't give a shit about gay people. No one cares anymore.
Nope.
We're on to bigger and better things right now.
Right. Our outrage is way worse now.
Oh, yes.
So yes. So no one knows how this is going to work out. Obviously, this deal doesn't go fully in effect until, like I said, June of 2026. Whether or not anything changes right away or if anything changes at all, we'll see. So there's that. I got sent this particular story from our friend Cardiff Electric this morning. I woke up in my inbox. He sent me a link.
Hi, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Check out this exciting news.
Lego news, Josh.
Hey,
for $5, I'll show you. No. So he sent me this.
For $5. Or maybe it's $8 now because he had to raise his price.
He has to raise his prices too. Potato Plus. The Lego Game Boy launched this week, and somebody already modded it to play actual Lego Game Boy games.
So they added in electronic parts to it?
So they built electronic parts. So Lego's lifelike Game Boy set has already been modded to play actual Game Boy cartridges after going on sale earlier this week. Talented modder Natalie the Nerd showcased her quick work on the project via her blog today, which actually began before the set arrived on Lego's own pre-launch photos. So basically, based off photos, she built all this components that would go inside because she didn't even have her hands on it. So she modified the innards, went pretty straightforward. She goes, I incorporated the power circuit I used for my safer charger boards, changed the power switch to a soft latching power button, added pin outlets, blah, 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 and built a working Lego Game Boy set. And this is the Lego Game Boy.
Very nice.
So this is the set. It's actually the same size as the actual the regular Game Boy that came out back in the 80s. I had that exact set. This is pretty damn solid as far as games goes. You could take the cartridge out if you wanted to. It's got the little lenticular screen, and it comes with an extra cartridge. So I've got this one on display for Legend of Zelda, but someone made it actually work, and I'm like, God damn it! Now I have to figure out how I can do that shit. So to do that, it's gonna be fun.
I can't wait for Lego to move into adult properties. And their first Lego movie is called Matriculate the Innards. I mean, I'd watch that movie. It sounds like one of those, those shitty softcore movies you would see on the shelf in Blockbuster.
Right.
But if you walked it past the thing and it just says Matriculate the Innards, it's like,
Like, what is
Okay,
this?
they're trying to get highbrow with the porn titles, but yeah, I
Right.
still would watch it.
So yes, someone actually made this Lego set here fully functional, which is kind of cool. I think that's a good use of your time. I think it's fun. So thank you to Cardiff Electric for sending me that story this morning. So, and if anyone wants that set, $60. It's pretty sweet. Like I said, it's
$49.98 at Costco.
Yeah, good deal. So, moving on to tariff news. Trump announces 100% tariff on foreign-made movies. So, of course, everything else is going to go to hell. So will movies. He said in a Truth Social post.
Wait. Movies that are foreign companies are looking to make in the United States, or
any movie made outside of the
so
U.S.
if Hollywood goes on location to England to shoot a period piece.
If Warner Brothers said it's cheaper to go film this movie in Saudi Arabia and they film it completely there, it will be taxed 100%, supposedly. Now, there's a lot of problems with this. He said he's going to impose 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside of the United States. He did not specify when or how the tariff could be enacted. If he follows through with the threat, it could mark the first time he's essentially imposed a tariff on a service rather than a good. He did put this out there back in May for any foreign produced movies, arguing that other countries offer tax incentives that have drawn filmmakers abroad. In his post on Monday, he singled out California, saying that the state has been particularly hit hard, which is true. Hollywood has completely been caught off guard when he first previewed the tariff back in May. On first blush, it's shocking and would represent a virtually complete halt of production, one industry insider told CNN. But in reality, he has no jurisdiction to do this, and it is too complex to enforce, which I also see as an issue. American actors and directors generally prefer to work close to home, but the fact is it is cheaper for Hollywood studios to pay for everyone to get on planes, pay for hotels, because the cost of labor, lack of rebates, and the ability to make things overseas is infinitely cheaper. And this was, again, all back in May when they said that. So right now, he's really trying to squeeze as much out of things as possible. I don't see this being something that can be easily enforced, like the article says, but we will see. So the fun continues.
I was having this conversation about going into the holiday season now. And I said, I have like a Google document set up with multiple family members for the kid. I said, as I see things or we figure out things that, for Christmas, I'll start putting them on the list right away. Now, that doesn't mean go and buy it, but it means let's keep tabs on it to see if there's going to be deals or whatever before we even get to Black Friday and the holiday stuff. Because I can't even imagine what kind of deals you would get for Black Friday anymore, unless it's like shit that nobody really cares about. Because Nintendo's super expensive. Video game stuff is going to be super expensive. No one's going to the movies because they're super expensive. All the stuff you would get as the trade-off to not going to concerts and the things you would get for home are now becoming super expensive. So it's too expensive even to stay home. So you can't go out. A lot of this shit, because electronics and parts and everything with these tariffs, it's going to be what is going to be any kind of deal going into the holidays? I think you're going to, like I said it with Nintendo, you're going to see that their sales would be terrible for the holidays because our parents going to spend $800 to get one Switch 2 and maybe, some accessories and a game or two games, or use that $800 to buy a whole bunch of other stuff, especially if you have multiple kids in the family now.
Yeah, like groceries.
That, a tree.
Like, I kind of want to eat this year, so we can't go see the next Marvel movie.
So I'm setting up where I'm starting to put stuff there. And I said, if anyone sees a sale or what have you, not like we can't afford it, but it's like, I'd rather not spend the ridiculous price increase because of the tariff shit if I can get a better deal on some of these things. And the crisis deal things that I had made mentions earlier, I put a thing out on my Twitter right now about how to get a better rate for Netflix, because there's outrage going on right now. First, it was a Charlie Kirk thing a few weeks back, because I guess some programming or something on there. Then now it's something to do with kids programming having trans content and what have you. showing up online. Could be bots, could be whatever. The fact is there's outrage and people are posting their cancellations and what have you. I had said this during the Disney thing with Kimmel. Excuse me. How I made the deal to renew my thing for, a really good rate for another year of that. And that's a necessity to me because the kid watches everything on Disney. I said, I wish I had done it a while back with Netflix. The only thing I had, again with Netflix, because I did it a while back. I think it was in 23. There was some kind of outrage going on with Netflix. And I called, did something, and I got it to a rate. I think it was $18, right? Then last year, they raised the price of Netflix to $24.99. And Netflix doesn't do year subscriptions. It's only monthly stuff. So to get their premium version without the ads and the HD stuff, it was $24.99. So I did an old technique I used to do in the 90s for magazines. I used to do this shit with whoever owned Entertainment Weekly, I robbed them blind.
I did the same.
I would call and say, look, I would like to, I know my subscription's coming up. I'd like to continue at the same rate that I had. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to afford this. I'm just going to have to cancel. And what I was trying to explain to people is that for some reason, it means more money to them if you stay a subscription at any rate, stay a subscriber, than it is the money they're losing off the discounted rate for your subscription. Mm-hmm. So if they have you on the books, means more money than the money they're making from you for your actual subscription.
Yeah, it looks better to the investors.
Right. So with the magazines, I don't know how cheap I got Entertainment Weekly for a decade before I stopped. Once you hit the 2000s, you didn't need the magazines anymore, right?
I may have spent for like years $30 total.
Yeah. So somewhere in the 2000s, I stopped my Entertainment Weekly subscription. I stopped my my subscriptions to Maxim, to Stuff. And I think I only got the Stuff thing because it's also under Maxim. And I think
they were the same parent company.
Bonus deal, something like that. So I got that because I had the Maxim subscription. So they gave me the other thing there. And there was another magazine I forgot that I used to subscribe to. But I used to do this all the time. I think it was Condé Nast. And so I would do that all the time for those subscriptions and kept them at the same price because they needed to have you on the books rather than whatever the money you're making. So with that in mind, I did that when the $24.99 subscription happened with Netflix last year. I said, look, I want to at my original rate. Well, they raised the prices. I understand, but they don't care that you've been there since 2002 or whatever, when it was a CD mailing service. They don't care about that. You think that they'd have some sort of customer loyalty. No, that doesn't matter to them. At least with this company, it does not matter. Just saying, well, after all these years, I'm going to have to cancel because, then you're pricing me out. I can't afford this anymore. And they need to have you on board. And whatever that thing was in 23 that happened, and they saw that they lowered my rate. 24 came around, the subscription. I said, either I need to do that or I can't do this anymore. And it was there for a while. I think it's still doing whatever. Now it's moving up to $30. Ugh. Or something like that. What's the new? Do we have the new rate? What they're moving
for Netflix? Prices. So Netflix will be. Let's see. Nope, it's not saying.
No,
they just raised it like a little bit ago because I know Disney Plus is going up. Xbox. Here we go. Okay. 3 weeks ago. Netflix is raising prices. Netflix prices are going up. Let's see. All you can watch, $10 is not a thing. Every one of these is not giving any prices. Why would they?
Well, anyway, while you look for that, whatever the price increase was, I knew it the other day when I called, or yesterday when I called. Time escapes me here. I called them and did the same thing. And I put the instructions on there. It's like, you got to, let me read exactly what I wrote. This is the time to call Netflix customer service. Speak calmly and with sincerity that you need to cancel due to the recent social media posts involving their programming. Say you thought it over and you decided you can't justify saying subscribed. They will offer you an amazing deal to stay. You have to do it by phone. You can't do it online. You can't do it the chat. That doesn't matter. You have to do it on the phone. I remember, like I said, I did it 2 years ago and got incredible rate locked in. And then I did it in 24 when it went up to $24.99. Now, I called, did it again. I tweeted out the answer already, but if you haven't seen it, that's fine. Do you want to know what I'm paying now?
No. What are you paying?
$18 a month.
Jesus.
We'll see how long it stays there before they get me back up. But it was in the midst of this. Now, I posted out. One guy wrote me and he said they didn't even care. And he's like, okay, you're canceled. You'll get an email receipt. And they hung up the phone. And I said, that doesn't seem right. They don't do that because it's a third party company or third party branch, whatever, for customer service. And it's probably not in the United States. They're instructed with scripts and everything of what they're allowed to authorize in order to keep you on there. You're more important being on their books than no matter what the amount you're paying for
Eric basically called and talked to the podcasting equivalent of It's Eric Nagel.
Correct. So yeah, I got it. It's at $18 right now. So what's going up is not going up for me, and we'll see how long it lasts. But I got it at 18 right now.
Nice. I think on average it's going up at least $2 to $3 per subscription. So you're looking at probably close to $30 for the premium, no commercials, whatever one you can get with Netflix, and that's not even part of a bundle plan. That's just like Netflix
this is just the premiere or the premium thing wherever. So that. I mean, look, if you're watching wrestling and some of their live stuff, you got ads. There's nothing you can do about it. But everything else, I got it knocked down. And I have to keep that for a while because there's programming on there that my kid's watching all the time. One being Gabby's Dollhouse. So have to keep that service as well for them. And so now I got Disney on a good deal starting. I forget when my year thing is up. And then the new rate starts after that. And now I got the Netflix thing at $18 a month. So when these things come across, I understand there's a morality involved. There's a thing of being sympathetic to people being underpaid and being mistreated. I get all of that. But you know what? I don't work at that company and I need a deal. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't care if you think I'm a piece of shit for it. I don't care. I take those opportunities right now. We found out with the Cracker Barrel thing, it was all bot orchestrated. So who knows about some of the other stuff here? You call in, it's what I call crisis control deals. In the heat of the moment while this is going on, if people start posting all over social media, tagging a company that they've canceled, here's a screenshot, find the customer service number, call them directly, have all your account information ready, speak very clearly, but very politely. Don't get an attitude. Don't go whatever. You can use the talking points of the outrage of what's going on, but speak to them like a human being and sincerely fake it. And just say, look, if this is what's going on with some of your children's programming, I don't think I can justify staying here. It might be a moral decision that I have to make. If you're calm with this stuff, they will work with you. They have approval for different prices that they'll authorize with the code on their end saying, we almost lost this person who's been subscribed for 20 years because of this thing. So they know, but they like, all right, that's crisis control, damage control. It's done. We saved some people. That's what it becomes to with these customer service reps. It's like, you now need to, your job is to save our company with this. So keep that in mind. It happens with the airlines. It's the old model I used with magazines in the 90s into the 2000s. You just got to modify it for the times and the same approach. Also, the term, this is unacceptable, is something that's in their scripts that flags the supervisors that might be listening. The term saying, well, I'm sorry, this is unacceptable. Don't say, go fuck yourself. I want to speak to him. None of that works. When you say, well, I'm disappointed, this is unacceptable, that language cuts through the tape for some reason. Took a while to figure that out, but that term, this is unacceptable, works great. So again, Disney, I've got a new subscription. Netflix, I've got a great rate right now. I'm going to try to figure out, I said earlier, I don't think we can do it with Xbox. I don't think it's possible.
I don't think so.
I'm going to spend the weekend and see if there's a way that makes sense to me that it could work. I don't think it will. But For everyone that doesn't work, there's several others that will, especially in the moment of online social media hysteria. That's when you go in. That's when you trying to get into the Walmart and everyone's fighting over the $20 Blu-ray players or coffee, Mr. Coffee or whatever that shit is up front because it's up front and they think it's a deal. Let them fight that out to the death. You go back to the electronic section and you get there before everybody else, before they shove their hands into those bins and get the deal that you can.
Like that new Sony Blu-ray player.
I mean, the prices I save on Magnavox.
Magnet box or Magnet box.
Yeah, that's what it is. Magnet box and Sony.
Yeah. Chris is saying Eric is hacking Panaphonics. Eric is hacking the Gibson. Yes, it's Eric Nagel and Zero Cool are the two that I think can actually hack the Gibson. But
I'm all about it.
Yeah. So, all right, no more crisis, no more sadness. Let's move on to fun stuff. Like, guess what? The Simpsons 20 years later is getting a movie sequel set to hit theaters in 2027. It's officially in the works. 20th Century Fox and Disney released a announcement the other day. It's going to release in theaters July 23rd, 2027. It's taking the place of an untitled Marvel project, which has been removed from the studio schedule. In terms of Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe, there will be no longer a new comic book movie installment between Avengers Doomsday on December 18th and Secret Wars in 2027. So we are not going to be getting that.
Yeah. Well,
so
I think
new Simpsons movie.
And our pal Homer is working on it.
I mean, we're going to need some inside scoops. At least 2 scoops. I think I'm hungry. So let's move on. Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair is set its first ever theatrical release for December with a 70mm and 35mm presentation. Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, which is a combination of Kill Bill Volume 1 and Kill Bill Volume 2, will receive its first ever nationwide theatrical release on December 5th from Lionsgate. The rollout will include presentations in both 70mm and 35mm, which plans to play in all major markets. He quote, "I wrote and directed it as one movie, so I'm glad to give it the fans the chance to see it as one movie. The best way to see Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair is at a movie theater in glorious 70mm or 35, blood and guts and a big screen in all its glory. The Whole Bloody Affair removes the cliffhanger ending in Kill Bill Volume 1 and a recap opener of Kill Bill Volume 2. Bringing the pair together in a single cohesive storyline, the release will also include a never-before-seen 7.5-minute animated sequence to bridge the two movies together, which this has been teased for years. They thought they were going to do a big Blu-ray release or 4K release. It never happened. They've kind of shown it at some festivals this way. I'm excited to see it. I want to see it in one big chunk. So we'll see December 5th for that. And then to round it out, since it is spooky season, October has started. The original Halloween 4, which, by the way, we did talk to Dwight Little, the director of Halloween 4 last year. So if you want to go check our YouTube for that interview, that was really fun. Halloween 4, and then Halloween 5 is returning to theaters this Halloween season. We are getting a Halloween game next year, but before that happens, Part 1, Part 4, and Part 5. And I just found out that Part 2 is also hitting theaters. They're all coming to 80 markets, nearly 400 showings all around the country. And so if you want to go see Halloween in the theaters, now's the time to do it.
And the most important of all of that, the Michael Myers head popcorn bucket.
I know. Just when I thought I was out of the game with the Jaws head,
you're going to have to
get back in.
That one yourself, man, because I still have your Jaws box here that I keep forgetting to bring to the post office. I will do it. I apologize.
Can't do it now. The government shut down, Eric. Thanks a lot. Just kidding.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is.
So you can vote
I
for
barely
our
noticed.
downfall.
Here's the thing with the shutdown. That only affects the top level federal bullshit. The military is still in place. Emergency services are still in place. Other things that are essential. I still have to pay my
student loans.
All the other stuff. Oh, imagine that. The government shut down. They lost all the files for the.
If that's the case, keep it shut.
Yeah, all of that shit doesn't really affect me. And I know, like, well, healthcare and all these other things. Okay, fine. Well, I get that, but right now, this isn't affecting anybody. Let them. They'll come to a deal. They'll raise the high ceiling. It's like, well, we may have to go to something $1 trillion. What's to stop us? Just keep going at this point. We're not paying it off in our generation.
Money's a made up construct anyway. Let's just see what happens. We're done. So yeah. Bagsley saying the Halloween popcorn bucket looks sick.
It does.
It does look sick. It's actually the head from Michael Myers Part 2, where the blood was coming down and all that stuff. So I'll probably get it.
I got a popcorn bucket recently.
Oh yeah, what'd you get?
The Gabby's Dollhouse popcorn.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you keep that? You got that hidden, right? So she doesn't.
Oh, it's locked away. That, and then they had a big drink,
a little sipper
thing. Yeah, it's one of the characters, and then there's a straw comes through the head and stuff like there. So,
very cool.
Yeah, because she can't sit through a movie right now in a theater. She's just not physically able to do that. So when it comes to video on demand, I'll set up the living room as a theater, and I'll surprise her with the thing of popcorn and the drink and all of that stuff with candy, and we'll sit and watch the movie together. So we'll just do it at home. But I went out. Go ahead. No, I was just saying I went out to get the bucket so that I had it for her.
Nice. Chris is asking whether it be a Tron popcorn bucket, perhaps an inflatable disc that we can wing at the screen when it disappoints us. They will not be discs, but I did see a bucket that has a little light cycle on the side that you can wrap around.
Oh, that was in the photo for the Gabby thing I sent you.
Yes, I believe so. They have the drink sippers, and then I saw that they are doing an actual, I don't know who's doing it, but a light cycle that you can eat popcorn out of. What's
the big thing that looks like a staple that you pull out of a piece of paper?
That's the reclamator or a reclaimer.
The reclaimer, yeah, that would be something.
That's the proclaimers.
500 miles. That would be something that would make sense for them to make into a popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that would be cool. And I don't know if you were listening earlier, Chris, but I am actually going to go see Tron 2 days before it releases. So next week I'll talk about it. I won't spoil the movie, but you'll get a. See, there's the Tron buckets. Got some hat.
Put me on single.
Let me go ahead and do that real quick here.
Yeah. So that was this was at Cinemark theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Those cups in the middle there remind me of the old red Pizza Hut cups.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I do love those old cups.
So yeah, might have to.
So yes. So yeah, next week I will be reviewing spoiler free, just to make sure we don't be complete assholes. Tron Ares before it actually releases, so that should be fun. I'm gonna go see it on IMAX, so it's gonna be a nice big old movie.
This is the one that I bought.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's what I got for.
You're a good dad.
I try.
But anyway, that's it for the news. I have some other stuff about AI and things like that, but it's been constantly developing. So I will be putting together some AI stuff for next week. So.
All right. With that being said, it's time to do the plugs. And as Jordan, our nation's eyes turn to you.
X, Instagram, I don't know, Twitter, YouTube, at Jinx Ronan, Twitch, at Jinx Ronan 79. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription and you want to go to our Twitch channel, it's Eric Nagel. Use your free monthly subscription using that Prime service and get yourself a free month. Helps us out, costs you nothing extra. I know Twitch is now rebranding some of that Amazon Prime gaming stuff to change how they're going to call it. However, those benefits still exist to you and they will not change. Go give us a subscription and help us out.
All right. For me, I have to bring this up real quick in the chat there. Foxy, get the fuck out. He'll know what that means. For me in the show, it's Eric Nagel across the board on all the social medias. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do us a kindness, put us in the first position on the presets. If you're on Apple and Spotify, any of those places that you get your finer podcast, do us a kindness over there. Leave us a positive review. It does help out the program. If you want to join us live each and every week that we do this show, you can do that by subscribing to our Twitch and our YouTube rooms, all under It's Eric Nagel. And if you can't join us live and you can only watch it when you have time, we get it. Everybody has lives. Go over to our YouTube channel. The shows, best of cuts, other stuff is all there for you to peruse when you seem fit or you deem it fit. So, all right. Excuse me. I think we're done, right?
Not quite.
Oh,
Bagsley donating $5 saying, good show tonight. Thank you, Bagsley. We're trying to make him short by extending him to 4.5 hours. So good on us.
Right. We're doing as much as
Weeks in
we
a
can
row.
right now until the Saudis buy us for $100 billion.
God, if they could just get a hold of us and just buy us out, that would be fantastic.
I'd be so happy to do that. Until the next time, everybody.
Be excellent to each other.
We'll be seeing you.
It's Eric Nagel.
Eric, must everything always be about Eric?
Alas, we're out of time.
Follow It's Eric Nagel on social media platforms. For ways to watch and listen to the show, or join us for the live shows, head over to itsericnagel.com. Yo, and remember to tell 2 friends so they can tell 2 friends, and they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends, they can tell 2 friends. You get the idea.
Keep it real, homies.